Hi guys, welcome back to Legends of Heroes Trails Through Daybreak. Still at the beginning. I did a runner previously. Ended up a little farther than this in the chapter, beginning of chapter 2, I believe. Things went wrong, too much money spent, blah blah blah, had to restart.
Morgan silver dollar coin is struck for circulation, but now, for a limited time only, full pound bags of original U.S. government struck Morgan dollars are being released to the public. That's right, you can own a full pound of 1878 to 1921 classic American Morgan silver dollar coins, all in very good collector condition, with dates and bit parts guaranteed. Call 1-800-333-2210 to secure collector-grade U.S. Morgan silver dollars by the pound during the Wild West of the Gilded Age. Plus, receive a bonus American collector's pack valued at over $25 free with every order. Call 1-800-333-2210 to secure your full pound bag of Morgan silver dollar coins before they are gone. Call 1-800-333-2210. 1-800-333-2210.
Thanksgiving and Christmas are on the horizon, and you have to make plans early.
Wow. Hello again, handsome.
Family, travel, logistics, in-laws.
I've been waiting for
it
you.
Gets
I
complicated.
figured you'd show
My
up early
advice,
enough.
communication. Early communication.
I suppose the girl next to you is your client.
Don't wait till the last
She
time.
suits that uniform to a
Do some
T.
tests. Frank from Gastonia, North Carolina. I think it was Dr. Jill who set up that Zoom. You know how she feels about comment. Dan, from
My name's
Beaverton, Oregon.
Bomani,
Is Trump
sweetheart.
look better
I'm
than
the owner and
McDonald's
boss
or
of
the
this
garbage
establishment.
He
Van
said
and I have a
that's
very
and a
special relationship.
Ha ha ha
Not so sure about
ha
that. Someday from Puyallup, Kansas. With all the jobs Trump has tried out lately, Mike Rowe better look out. 30 jobs with Donald Trump. I can see it now on Fox News. Jim from Oil City, Pennsylvania. I heard a rumor the Pelosi's are investing in Hefty this week. Tony from Arvada, Colorado. Joe, come on, man. Did you forget what happened to Uncle Bacon? Wonders. And this is my word. Welcome to Hannity, and tonight buckle up for a jam-packed show. Part 2 of my exclusive interview with former President Donald Trump in just a few moments. And Donald Trump, yes, and all of the MAGA movement, bunch of garbage. We have a lot to say about that. Also, Elizabeth Hasselbeck, Senator Ted Cruz, and my monologue on this whole left-wing garbage rhetoric and Hitler rhetoric and fascist and racist rhetoric. Of course, breaking tonight, big news on election integrity efforts all across the country. We begin in the Commonwealth of Virginia, where the governor, Glenn Youngkin, just scored a major victory. The U.S. Supreme Court halted a lower court ruling preventing 1,600 self-identified non-citizens from going back on the voting rolls while we wait for the justices to make their ruling. Meanwhile, on the West Coast, troubling news. 2 drop boxes full of ballots were set ablaze in Washington and Oregon. According to the New York Times, devices with 3,000 messages were found at the fires, but somehow both the police said they had not determined a motive. True mystery. Anyway, but perhaps even more concerning, this story out of the all-important battleground state of Pennsylvania. Election officials there are now investigating thousands of suspicious voter registration applications. Here now at the very latest, Fox News media legal editor Terry Horbach is with us. Terry, what's the latest on all this?
Well, Virginia, great victory for the rule of law and certainly for the governor, and really shocking. It's only ruling that makes sense. It's a federal crime for non-citizens to vote. And in Virginia, there's another law that's basically a DMV rule that says if you self-identify, check the box as a non-citizen, you can't vote. So for the last couple of years, Governor Youngkin and his team have been periodically
Nazis will please for God or God Bibles our religion. Now, apparently, five Democrats in the White House thinks that we're all Satanists. But as the saying goes, one man's trash is another man's treasure. And today in Wisconsin, SaGa will be as an iconic, epic moment. Remember a long time Donald Trump issued a very special flags, not here. As the Democrats ratchet up their vitriol, Donald Trump is working jokes at the ousted dinner. He was comforting people in North Carolina when it matters, and working with Elon Musk to get the communications. Generally, in this case, tonight, having a great time. Take a look.
The Democrats have done a very good job. They're leading in every state, leading big, and I think they're bombing big by really both of them. There's really two of them. About 50, maybe 250 million people. And they should be the deplorable failure. And I think this is worse than no guys to make that statement. It's really good. To begin by saying 50 million Americans are not. The response to Joe and Trump is very simple. You can't lead America if you don't love Americans.
The problem with the Democratic Party, they are now the party of coastal elites. They're the party that caters to Hollywood, D.C., and New York society. Donald Trump is about hardworking Americans, the people that would be great, the people that pave our roads, drill for oil, do the fracking, grow our crops, deliver food to stores and trucks, make up food, build our infrastructure. America would be thriving home. You're not going to see Tom on the back of a garbage truck. Now, she prefers the manicured brows of the Washington lips. Well, last night, surrounded by elitist friends, she
Here are all the braces he used for the past 2 years. Completed security law.
started talking about this lack of self-awareness in the Democratic Party is
Oh, and
almost
just to add,
unbelievable.
they've been there for many Jaeger. Well, we've seen them.
We have been consumed with too much division, chaos, and distrust.
No, it's brothers like so not going to support it.
We have to stop planting fingers and start locking arms.
Donald Trump's got this big rally going at Madison Square Garden. There's a direct parallel to a big rally that happened in the mid-1930s at Madison Square Garden. And I don't think that he doesn't know for 1 second exactly what they're doing.
I will work every day and reach compromise.
That really sounds bizarre. It sounds like I said this.
Burn the food on the drama and the conflict, the fear and division.
Let me ask you this. Do you think Donald Trump?
Yes,
Well, how advice to Democrats? Well, you might have a hard time doing it while campaigning and comparing your political opponents to Nazis and fascists and racists. It is past time for Democrats to take away the The excuses have been coming in hot, they've been coming in fast.
Interesting.
This was clarified. He was not calling Trump supporters garbage, which is why he put out. This is why he wanted to make sure that he put out
You must have
a
amassed quite
statement
a
that
collection by now.
clarified what he meant and what he's trying to say. So I don't understand why you're clutching your head, because you're trying to make something.
I'd heard you were a regular at this establishment, but I wasn't expecting to run into you just as it was opening.
That makes two of us. As for now, and you. Kind of a day for me.
You certainly spent a lot of it skulking around. For no good, I assume. I imagine it was half your own fault that you got hauled off to the police station.
Wish I could argue otherwise. Should have known it wouldn't take long for you to hear about what happened and come running.
Of course. I should have visited the scene of the crime as well. Giacomo was hardly a pleasant person. He was a decent informant to use when work called for him. I hope you know that the detectives at the station and that reporter are very displeased with you, by the way. Your love of causing trouble for everyone and taking advantage of it to further your own goals has never been a bright spot for you.
Circles just like she would
Still
have been
got
that
clue what
for
you're talking about.
president who compared the MXT rally
this is
to a
awful.
Nazi rally.
Can't
Just like
believe
she
it.
would have that in fashion. And keep in mind the environment. After two would-be assassins,
Forgive me. My name is Elaine. I'm sorry for interrupting your conversation.
Not at all.
I think we have much to discuss. But we're also both busy, so that can wait for another time. Whoever can solve this case first, the ID, the police, the guild, wins the prize that we will wait. That also goes for our presumed suspects.
supporters, for example, a running mate, Weird Tim
I'm
Walls,
sure you
is
know who
still
I'm talking about.
unapologetic, comparing
Be
Americans
careful not to get
Nazis.
too involved here
That's
again.
what he was
I'm
claiming.
almost certain that the two people who killed Giacomo were from A.
Ain't insane. But I'll chalk myself up to owing you one for telling me.
About a comparison right, to a Nazi rally? What they saw. What they saw. What about you, then? So I know what I saw. I'm not just thinking about. How is she going to find common ground with people who supported Donald Trump, someone she calls a wannabe dictator and a petty tyrant? Well, good morning, George. Yeah, the vice president's rhetoric is the rhetoric that the president of the United States gives, one that understands we're all in this together. I want to get your reaction to the president's comments, but I want to put it into a larger context of your recent comment comparing the Sunday Trump rally to a Nazi rally. And I would also throw in there Obama's bitter clingers, guns and religion comment from a while back, the deplorable line from Hillary Clinton's campaign, and the way that Democrats are seen by some voters as disrespecting them. And I have to ask, does that undercut this closing message of unity from your campaign? No, certainly not. Certainly not at all. Are you kidding? Come on. Once again, just weeks after two different people tried to assassinate Donald Trump, killing one of his supporters, Kamala just doesn't have the courage to simply do the right thing, lower the temperature. Take a look. I talked to Governor Walz yesterday. He compared Trump's rally on Sunday to that of one of the Nazi rallies. Do you compare that? Do you find that a similar comparison?
Listen, this election is in 7 days, and I think the American people have made their choice. And on the one hand, you have Donald Trump, who is constantly fanning the flames of division and hate, who is trying to have the American people or my leadership, which is founded on a lived and an experience that the vast majority of us have more in common than what separates us.
Calling candidates and their supporters, inferring that they're Nazis, that they're fascists, that they're racist, that they're garbage, the hateful, the messaging from the Harris campaign doesn't make any sense. And it's not just the weird fake promises to unite the country, from the border to the Second Amendment, to the economy, to taxes, to fracking, to oil, to the wars overseas. Kamala Harris and weird Tim Walz have been all over the map. The only way to truly know how Kamala is done is to look at the last 4 years. Ask yourselves before you vote, are you better off than you were 4 years ago? Did they do a good job securing the border? Are your towns and cities more safe and secure? How do you feel when you go to the grocery store and you're paying inflated prices on everything you buy, every item in every store? How do you feel about gassing up your car for $1, $1.50 more a gallon? How do you feel about war in Europe? How do you feel about war in the Middle East? How do you feel about the withdrawal from Afghanistan? Now, between now and Election Day, you have to answer those questions and then head to the polls. And in 6 days, 1 week from today, all those polls will close and we will start the vote counting. And we will soon have a new president-elect.
The next stop will be in the cathedral in Edith Street. Those traveling to the cathedral or
It
our
really is
academy.
astonishing. 6 days out, and the closing argument for Kamala Harris is Donald Trump is a Nazi, and more than half of America are floating pieces of garbage. Listen, this is what they believe. This is what they think. And as you laid out in your monologue, there's a clear line from calling us garbage to Hillary Clinton calling us deplorables to Barack Obama saying we're bitter and angry and clinging to our God and our gun. There is an elitist condescension. There's a contempt. I gotta say, I think President Trump put it beautifully because you can't lead America if you don't love Americans. And I think the radical left, they look down on
We
us
are
as
now
a bunch of
arriving at the
ignorant
cathedral.
Jews. That's
The
why
doors on
their
the left
strategy is
will
based
open.
on lying to us. And you just show Tim Walz going, but we need to be unified. You damn Nazis! Like that's a little outrageous, and yet that's their closing message.
I'm laughing, but there's really nothing funny about it, especially within an environment where we have had, Donald Trump came within a millimeter of being assassinated. We have an assassin.
I thought I told you to get off at the next stop.
You'll have to forgive me for being
With an
selfish.
AK-47 with a
You have to
snowfire,
understand
they
just how much that memento means to me. It's something that connects me not just to my great-grandfather, but my mother and your mother too. And that's not the only reason I want to see this through now. The man is dead. I know you don't like the idea, but I feel like I have to be a part of this. Whatever may come to happen, I'll do everything I can to ensure my own safety. And I'll do everything you ask in the field. So please, won't you let me come with you?
Who is hard left, and yet Chuck Schumer
You're the client. I can see you each your way around that staff and arts.
every single day, Sean.
But you're gonna have to do everything to keep yourself safe. And if I give you an order, you follow. If you fail to do that, we'll terminate our contract and then you
This race
clear?
in Texas is the single most
Absolutely.
expensive Senate
Thank
race
you.
in the entire country, and we've got over $100 million that is coming from Schumer and George Soros' relentless attack ads. And so I'm so grateful to everyone who watches your show, who's gone to tedcruz.org and has given. And I would ask everyone, we're 6 days out. This is the
We are now
absolute heat of
arriving
the
at
fight.
Edith
Please, right
Central
now,
Station.
go to
Those
tedcruz.org,
transferring to the
contribute 10,
Transcontinental
25, 50,
Railroad.
$100 or more. You're going to tedcruz.org is literally the oxygen we need for the deluge that is coming from Schumer and Soros. And it is the hatred, it is the derangement on the other side that is fueling the attacks on Trump and that is fueling the attacks from Schumer and Soros on me as well.
Keeping people like you in the Senate, adding people like Bernie Moreno in Ohio, Mike Rogers in Michigan, Aaron Hobby in Wisconsin would be a great ad for Republican state McCormick in Pennsylvania. We've got great Senate candidates in Nevada, Arizona. This could be, if you're going to vote for Donald Trump and want his agenda passed, don't you need the biggest majority you can have in the Senate? And don't you need the biggest majority you can have in the House? I hope people will take that into account.
Very good evening to you, Edith. 6:45. It's time for today's
on the
news.
upside, I hope and pray
President Rampart held a press briefing at the presidential building in Baltimore at 3 p.m. today.
Secure the border, will cut taxes.
He discussed this year's ending of the reparations from Aragonia, and with it, the impact it will have on Calvert's future.
On the flip side,
It has been 2 years since the Aragonian Empire launched an unprovoked war of aggression against
check
us.
and balance to stop this country from plunging over the cliff. The reason Schumer's coming after Texas is he sees Texas as having state majority leader. So please come to tedcruz.org right now. We need to help right now. tedcruz.org.
Every last mirror was, in my strong
Appreciate
opinion,
it. Thank you for being on this one. Come back. Part 2, my exclusive interview
I
with Donald
believe
Trump.
it's action.
I asked him about the left favors rhetoric, the cattle fix the
Several
voters,
centuries
and
are
we'll go
behind
back to Donald Trump
I warmly
getting in that
welcome
garbage
back
truck
to the
in
international
Wisconsin, what I
community
go
with
down
open
as an
arms,
epic, iconic
promoting an
moment
era of
that
peace
changed the
between us,
trajectory of so
even when
many
it
of this
comes to
election.
prospects.
We'll let you decide.
So how did you meet? Actually, it's pretty funny stuff. To see Tim.
It's 10 years.
We met, separated, again, yeah.
Reparations due to come to an end this year. Some have raised concerns that an economic recession is on the horizon. Those fears are unfounded. We've used these past 4 years to transform to bolster our economy, better our technology. What we have accomplished. We can supremacy for granted. Using it to lead our great world as a whole into a more glorious future.
This is about peace of mind. Get your solar generator and free panel at 4 Patriots.
Store just canceled a huge order. They're going to ship a ton of extra mind pillows. That's right. For the first time saying that, only $14.88. But it gets even better. For a limited time, I'm going to offer my entire selection at wholesale prices. Upgrade to a queen size my pillow for just $18.88. King size only $1 more. Get my body pillows for $29.88 and multi-use my pillows for only $9.88. So go to mypillow.com or call the number on the screen. Use your promo code to take advantage of wholesale pricing for the first time ever on TV, including my standard size my pillow, only $14.88. They've never been offered this low before. We have limited quantities at this price, so limit's going to be 10, and once they're gone, they're gone.
Okay. It's been. When I saw that Ethan was operating, I determined that I needed to do something to remove the obstruction from his airway. This is very important for every hospital to have.
Everyone should have anything can happen at any moment.
People that I serve to know that we have this place to potentially see things. Take beautiful. Go to LifeBank.com.
Go to lifeback.net for 877 Life. This is Mike Fitch. Our voters find it.
More liberal on a lot of issues.
Tomorrow is just Wednesday.
Think again. Smoking weed affects reaction time and concentration. A message from Matt Canada.
His nose is as sharp as ever. Adios knows how this is going to end, but it better be with my classmates safe, speaking.
And here is more of my exclusive interview with former President Donald Trump. Is Dan Rhetoric putting your life in jeopardy? Further jeopardy? I get to look at a lot of very average people in this country. We have a lot of this also. I look at the two that we're talking about. I'm disappointed that the FBI hasn't opened up some of these phones. And one guy had 6 phones and the other one had 3 apps. And two of the three acts supposedly were foreign based. I mean, maybe there was something to it. They should be looking at it. They should be opening up those funds. Why haven't they opened up the 6 funds? And why haven't they opened up the 3 apps? So the first one. You really think that it's just a very strange situation. I will say this. I don't know if it's bigger than a president, but there's something strong support in it. When you mention Madison's Square Garden, everybody said, you can't do it now. Madison Square Garden, I feel that the government's not going to see it. It's almost the same size. And we're going to have anyway, so Madison is going to have a small, if you're president and your opponent was being targeted in our country
Sure thing.
by a raiding assassination squad, you're president, what would you do? I would tell them, and even if I didn't like Michael, they can't do it me because I'm very critical of them, but I'm critical for a reason because they don't know what they're doing. Look, we have rules. The Middle East is growing up. Ukraine would have never been attacked by Russia by the president. October 7th would have never happened. All those people would be alive. We wouldn't have had inflation. We would have had Afghanistan, the most embarrassing day in our history. We'd never accepted place like that. We would have kept it problem because it was one of the biggest Air Force base, one of the biggest in the world. We gave it up to China. China occupies it now, not Afghanistan. We gave it up to China. 1 hour away from where China does this nuclear weapons. Wouldn't it be a great thing if we had that? We won't do it. We have incompetent people running our country. They're very dangerous people. They're dangerous because they're incompetent. She's grossly incompetent. Plus, she's a radical left person. And any person that has her ideology, I mean, we could go through her ideology. It's the ideology of the communist. And this
Switching to maintenance
and I
mode.
don't think it ever will, but it is in big trouble. It's going to be a closing arguments. McDonald's, Al Smith dinner, 3 hours of Joe Rogan, rallies at Madison Square Garden. I've known you a long time, long before you ever decided to get into this crazy political world that you're in. I think I know you long enough to see that you're having a lot of fun. It's a lot at stake, but I can tell that you are definitely having a good time. Am I wrong in my perception? Not only are you right when you say that when you say good time, it's not to say I'm not going to be because yesterday I did 3 rallies. I did I was 58 days in the what days I don't know. She's taking 2 days off over the last 2 days. You're getting down. I think it was down to we were down to 14 days, and she was taking days off all the time. But she only does this. She does a little event. And they don't get any people at their events. They bust them in. I don't bust anybody. They bust them in. They don't get people, and when they leave, you saw Beyonce. They came in to see Beyonce. Beyonce didn't sing. They all left, and she's standing there making a speech.
Switching to maintenance mode.
Everybody was screaming and cursing because of what happened. Look, we have a real campaign. This is a movement like we've never had in this country. And it's not a question of am I having a good time. I think we're making tremendous progress. We have to save the country. Our country, we're a nation in decline. I say it, we're a nation in serious decline. And we can't go for another 4 years. I don't think we can go for another year like this. We have criminals coming into our country at a level that's never been seen before. And to me, the biggest thing, I know the police say the economy and inflation and everything, and the border is number 4. I know the border is number 1. For a really great America, the border is number 1 because we're allowing tens of thousands of people. The Border Patrol, which is so good, they did things which they've never done before. They announced last week how many different crimes are coming. They said 13,099 exact murders, people that murdered people that were in jail have been released into our country. They said 16,000 drug lords. I mean, everything's exactly different about you. They never did that before. They announced the total, but they didn't say what the crimes were. Think of it. They released over 13,000 convicted killers. Many of them killed far more than one person. And they're now roaming the fields of our country. We made America great. And now we're going to make America great again. We're going to make it great again. And we have the flag that's down pat. This country, we're going to have jobs. We're going to have countries pouring back into our country. You're going to see something. And now I know everybody in Washington. I didn't know anybody. I was not a Washington person. I was rarely there. I know everybody. I know the good, the strong, I know everybody. And we're going to make this country great again. And we have to save our country. If they won this election, our country is finished. She's going to raise everybody's taxes. Every company's going to move out of America. We're not going to have anybody. She would force them out of America. She doesn't know what she's doing. She's not a smart person. And she doesn't know what she's doing. We're going to use certain things against the other countries that are taking advantage of us, having to do with this beautiful word in the dictionary called tariff. We're going to make so much money in this country. We're going to pay off our debt. We're going to do things that nobody's ever prosper. It's going to happen all across the part of our nation. Your threat of tariffs is going to prevent them from putting tariffs on it. So, in Mexico, which is a real threat to us, by the way, two ways. They're killing hundreds of thousands of people by letting fentanyl and everything come through our border. We should stop it. I had it stopped. I have it very close to stop. I have the strongest border in history. Now we have the worst border in the history of the world. I have the strongest border. The day you saw the check, the day I left office, I have the strongest border in the history of the country. Now I have the worst border ever in the world. There's never been a border in the world where 21 million people were allowed to come across. Almost at one time. It's crazy what we're doing. But we're going to have a country that's going to be strong and respected again. We're going to have a country where the taxes are going down, where the quality of life is going up. We're going to have a country that don't really serve us. It was interesting. I went to Abe, Japan. Shinzo was a great friend. He was assassinated. He was a great general. I said, Shinzo, your DAS is horrible. He said, I knew you were going to come. I said, what do you mean? He said, I knew at some point you would come. For 25 years, nobody came. He said, no American ever came to renegotiate the deal. I knew you were going to do it. And I renegotiated the deal. And I was stuck with a bad deal to start off with. We had a bad deal with Japan. This is Japan. But I renegotiated with South Korea because don't forget, I'm negotiating with the right places. It's one of these deals that we make by people that we need to really stick with them. They have to correct and make these deals. We have the worst trade deals. I was fixing these trade deals. I was taking care of our country. But the bottom line is this: we're going to be respected again. We're going to make America great again. And there's nothing in the world I'd rather be doing. I don't want to be in some beautiful beach. I don't want to be sitting in some faraway hotel where it's very nice. Doing something. I want to be doing it. It's so incredible. We made so This is a new So we're not going to have to know. We won't have to say as the Washington Post. We're going to have to lower your expectations. It's not going to look like Jimmy Carter telling America to put on a sweater. We're not going to lower our expectations. They got a townhouse instead of a real house with a backyard. You can have a dog, and you can actually. We should have higher aspirations. Wouldn't oil do that? It would neutralize Putin, it would neutralize Iran, and it would make America rich. Interest rates are coming down. Energy prices are coming down. I'm going to have everybody's energy bill from the year to take office cut in half. When that happens, everything else comes down. Oil is so good, it's so important, and everything's going to come down. But we're going to have inexpensive energy. We're going to have companies moving to our country at record cuts because otherwise they're going to have to pay to do business with our country. And you don't have to pay to build your plant inside our country. We are a country that likes to get you. We are getting there. We are the greatest economy in the history of our country. I met with two pollsters who go out and LWOTC. They said, if George Washington came back from the dead and brought along Abraham Lincoln as his vice president, they couldn't beat you, sir. And then 2 days later, the period of time was that Trump said he'd be Lincoln and Washington in the Bible. He does that. To the White House. I think the first talented guy. He's always been fair. I don't want any special favors. I just want fairness. You've always been fair, and I appreciate it. Last week, God bless you. Thank you so much for being with us. We appreciate it, Mr. President. Thank you. And coming up, President Trump rode in a garbage truck earlier today after Biden called his supporters garbage last night. He had a rally tonight, and garbage man's best on. And you know what? It was pretty epic. Straight ahead, we have the tape.
Yeah, let's equip our stuff as soon as we get right to the door.
The 1878 to 1921 Morgan silver dollar, a true American classic and one of the most iconic silver dollar coins in history. It has been over 100 years since the last Morgan silver dollar coin was struck for circulation. But now, for a limited time only, full pound bags of original U.S. government struck Morgan dollars are being released to the public. That's right, you can own a full pound of 1878 to 1921 classic American Morgan silver dollar coins, all in very good collector condition with fully visible dates and mint marks guaranteed. Call 1-800-333-2210 to secure collector-grade U.S. Morgan silver dollars by the pound, struck during the Wild West and the Gilded Age. Please receive a bonus American collector's pack valued at over $25, free with every order. Call 1-800-333-2210 to secure your full pound bag of Morgan silver dollar coins before they are gone. Call 1-800-333-2210. 1-800-333-2210.
The best ideas are solving common problems. My problem, like a lot of others, I couldn't find a shirt that looked good on me. So this became my passion, to design a shirt that captures the perfect balance between life and fit. Easy to say, not that easy to do. But with some innovative design changes, we did it. Our problem, my solution. HowToTalkIt.com.
The reason our airflow rotates ribbon is your canvas of self-expression. It heats evenly and it's much faster than the oven. Because you shouldn't have to wait to enjoy. This is a work.
It's a good one.
For simple, dependable constipation relief, try SaGa. It works differently than other laxatives because it's made from the senna plant, a natural vegetable laxative ingredient. Gentle, dependable, SaGa. Also available in delicious gummies.
I'm Dr. Douglas Howard. As a physician in the mid-'80s, I was driven by a deep desire to make a profound difference in my patients' lives. That passion led me to start Balance of Nature. In over 30 years of phytochemical research, I have yet to find a more effective way of preserving the color, taste, and smell of whole fruit and vegetable ingredients. There's a reason Balance of Nature is in a capsule. There's a reason why we use a specific variety of fruit and vegetable ingredients in our products. I encourage you to open the capsules, see, smell, and taste the difference.
Oh, that's a nice dress. That's really nice. Swimsuits really. Oh, they got the bobbling tits too. Look at that. I like that. Oh, I like that. That's nice. Lingerie? Anybody? Oh, this looks good too.
You're not just another user. You're part of a movement. Join a platform that passionately defends our great nation while delivering breaking news, discussion, and original content. Because here at Truth Social, we believe in the power of our voices, the strength of our unity, and the promise of our country's future. Join the conversation. Join the movement. Join Truth Social, where freedom lives.
At Core Patriot, we are set up families who left in the dark.
Actual. Oops.
The shelves are empty. The water isn't safe to drink.
So we made it our mission to help American families be ready for anything.
Solar generators to keep the lights on. Delicious food that lasts 25 years. Water filters for crystal clear, safer water.
Trust me, over 2 million Americans. Get the peace of mind you deserve.
Don't wait. Get prepared at 4patriots.com.
When you can't watch, listen. Get the latest news, business, and news headlines on SiriusXM. Anytime, anywhere. Fox News Audio on SiriusXM. America is listening.
Now, earlier today, Donald Trump had another viral, iconic moment on the campaign trail when he held a press conference from the cab of a garbage truck while wearing a sanitation worker's vest. It's the same vest that he later wore on stage for the entire rally in Green Bay, Wisconsin, where he was endorsed by Packers legend Brett Favre. And Trump took time to address President Biden's comments last night, where he said Trump supporters were garbage. Take a look at Trump's response.
And Kamala Harris is not fit to be president of the United States in the way she failed. She doesn't have the intellect, the stamina, or that special quality that real leaders, people like Brett Favre, have. Joe Biden's comments were the direct result of Kamala's decision to portray everyone who isn't voting for her, which is a lot of people, as evil and subhuman. And we know it's really what they believe, because look at how they treated you. They treat you like garbage. They treat our whole country like garbage, with open borders, with all of the horrible things they've done to hurt our country.
Here's reaction. Fox News contributors Leo 2.0 Terrell, Joe Concha with us. Leo,
Oops.
start with you. You know, when the president says that Donald Trump supporters are garbage, and you have Kamala Harris saying, and her surrogate saying that he's a fascist, and her vice presidential candidate saying that he's holding Nazi rallies, they are saying it about Donald Trump supporters. They are saying it about half the country. And this is on the heels of the quote unity speech. The question is, will this have an impact, a lasting impact? I think it will.
You're 100% correct. If I was Donald Trump, I would wear that vest every day, because that vest represents nurses, doctors, military, teachers, everyone who is a working class American. What Donald Trump is doing, Sean, he's destroying the Democrat Party. He's destroying identity politics. His politics work for everyone. At Madison Square Garden, you saw blacks, whites, Jews, Catholics, working people. His message resonates with everyone. And that he wore today is a reminder that he cares about the average American citizen. That is what's driving the Democrat Party crazy, because they have that mantle of representing everyone, the forgotten man. Donald Trump represents the forgotten man, and that's that. For those people who are still on the fence, for those people who are considering voting for the first time, that represents that Donald Trump will work for you and not for the elite, not for the cultural elite, and not for the Democrat elite.
All this debris.
Let's get you know, from a media standpoint, the state-run media mob, the legacy media is dying. We learned from the Media Research Center, what, 80% of their coverage of Harris is positive, 85% of their coverage is Trump is negative. And what's so interesting to me is how quickly they were raced out there to make every ridiculous excuse that possibly for Joe Biden's stutter. Well, I think it has to do with his stutter. He just needed an apostrophe. It's absurd what they're doing, and I don't even think that's the worst comment. I think the Nazis, the fascists, the racist comments that have been made, their closing argument, it has been made by every surrogate, it has been made by the candidates themselves. It's like poisoning the dialogue in this country, and they complain about, a mean tweet of Donald Trump. Here's the good news, Sean. The anti-poison part of this is that Robert's legacy media, just said, is dying. There is social media, there are podcasts, there are other options that have never existed before, that counters all that and makes everything look stupid in legacy media. Like, Joe Biden really wasn't talking about half the country when he said that Trump supporters are garbage, because there are fact checkers all over the place now checking this in place and making sure that the truth gets out. And by the way, from an optics perspective, again, on social media,
I see.
that Donald Trump has had. First, the Auschwitz dinner, the Kamala Harris campaign had no answer for whatsoever. He's been good at roasting, and he owned that stage while Kamala Harris threw a little cringeworthy video you will ever see Catholics on tape while they had the relevant, 20 years ago, Molly Shannon as part of a video that nobody liked. Then we had the Donald stop with Donald Trump, which, when we look back on this campaign, if he wins, and it increasingly looks like he will, that was a masterstroke that the Kamala Harris team, again, had no answer for, and threw the media into a meltdown, which tells you what. Then there was a Joe Rogan interview. You know how many people have viewed that since he actually did that less than a week ago? More than 70 million people across only 2 platforms that aren't legacy media. We're approaching Super Bowl numbers when it comes to that. And now you see that whole thing now, as far as Kamala Harris talking about, well, I'll do Joe Rogan only if I do it for 1 hour and he comes to me. No, that's wrong. Don't run. Joe Rogan's not going to do that. She passed up on an opportunity. JD Vance took it instead. Take that to spread one as well on Sunday. And now the garbage comment from Biden, which Donald Trump again has made into a plus for him based on these objects that we're seeing now. I swear to God, between Hillary Clinton calling Trump supporters deplorable when Barack Obama said that they pray to their guns and their Bibles, and Joe Biden calling them extremists that will destroy the country. This is all backfiring now on Democrats. They are now the party of the elites. They're the party of the 1%, the party of condescending and being honest. And what you're looking at right now on your screen
That's boost, yeah.
Because Donald Trump is connecting with voters that matter in places like Pennsylvania, Wisconsin, Michigan, working class people all over the country for that matter. He's connecting, and they are not. Rage, hatred, name calling versus your right. The steak dinner, 3 hours with Rogan, garbage truck with the vest on. I mean, pretty amazing. What a comparison. Joe Concha, thank you. Leo 2.0 Thoreau, thank you. By the way, that vest may become as iconic as Leo's hat. It may become the biggest merchandise requested item in the country next. When we come back, the co-hosts of that hit show, that new show, The View, ramping up their despicable anti-Trump rhetoric.
Oh, I see.
Elizabeth Hasselbeck.
Cool.
The border isn't just broken, it's shattered.
Sex trafficking,
Cool.
smuggling, fentanyl trafficking.
And the cost isn't just in dollars. My daughter
Commencing battle.
left on the floor like trafficking. It's been long. Anybody who is near anything knows it will be protected. Where was my son?
Sexually harassed. Streaming now on Fox Nation. If you're looking for an nutrition supplement that really makes a difference, look at it and you know what it's for. My life and my health have changed.
Now processing data.
150. The pain and inflammation in my gut is gone.
Keep moving ahead.
I have more energy, my pain is gone, and I lost weight too.
I have noticed running my face all day tends to give me more energy and keeps me more alert.
It doesn't take a minute 150. I've seen tremendous changes in my body, from the pain in my hands being gone to the brain fog being gone. It helps me to remember.
This is an example of what we hear from thousands of customers. Look at 2 videos on our website and place your order for our new 150 online or call 888-316-2224. We're waiting for orders from 7 times on the 888-316-2224. Order now.
Boost level maximum strength.
Every day, functions things happen. Nuisance are optional. Use daily. Dermatologists recommend detergent moisturizing hair cream can help restore your skin's natural barrier and reduce the appearance of bruising. If you have mature skin and bruises, get Derma moisturizing hair cream in the first aid item and get back to having great fingers fun.
Gain access talks to voters in the battleground state and get the election insight from Senate candidate Mike Rogers live on Fox and Friends.
One small step for man.
Activating skill.
Giant reset for free streaming.
Here goes.
Better driving. Because it starts with you. It starts with a designated driver. Kitchen. Yes, no, no. What do you call a friend if you're coming? If you end at the corner when you catch the last bus? The driveway, the simple right, please. Or from the
All you on
yes, I'm just getting rid of it. However, thanks for doing
Excellent.
a message from the Live Drive, so casual. In their faces. What's the latest? Anything?
Yeah, he's gonna take one off. We'll see what happens.
Close game. You ready? Is he serious? Guess they still don't think you're ready for this job. Maybe they don't expect you without pads on, but they see just another man's job looking to cash in. They don't care who you are or what you did. From disrespectful, that's right. And disrespect is a gift. I know.
Yes, ready.
Yeah, I'm ready.
That one's big. Let's get to work.
Less than a week until election, I'm co-host of that marketing news show on ABC Review kicked their anti-Trump awful rhetoric up a few notches as they continue to spread lies using scare tactics, all to get Kamala Harris elected. Let's take a look at their latest despicable coverage. Take a look.
This one marks me off. Like, getting a little bit emotional watching him because the last time we saw the major national figures speak from the White House, it was Donald Trump on January 6th. Let's see how he's tougher when he's called Democrats evil, dangerous, Marxist, communist, fascist, sick people, the enemy within. And he said all that just this week. Yeah. So I don't understand why you cut to me. Because you're trying to make something out of a tongue slip. I think we need to call that rally what it was. It was a white nationalist rally with a white nationalist platform. Please read Project 2025. Please read Project 2025 because what we're not talking about is those are the policies, if Donald Trump gets elected, that will be the policies of this country. And they are all about, they're xenophobic, they are racist, they are bigoted, they're against the elderly people. I mean, it is the worst vision of America that could possibly exist. He's talking about you, all of you. He's not going to be, he's not going to, say, oh, you're with the white guy, I'm going to keep you from being deported. No, he's going to deport you and put the white guy with someone else. The man is out there. It was everything that you need to know about Trump in one weird white nationalist Nazi type rally.
That's hard to watch. Here with pre-action, New York Times bestselling author, broadcaster, Elizabeth Hasselbeck is back. How many years did you sit around that table?
10 long years. I so much more enjoy sitting with you, Sean. Thank you for having me.
I don't remember. I used to go on the show until I just had it after an incident with Rosie. Was I ever on when you were on? I don't even remember. I just kind of blocked those memories out. Yeah, exactly. You gotta have PTSD. I mean, listen to what they're saying here. This is their closing argument. Rage, hatred, name-calling, racist, homophobic, bigoted, fascist, Nazi, garbage. That's their closing argument. Does that work?
Yeah. Well, first of all, I think it does work. Millions of people now are inspired to their Halloween costume for because that's very much sold out across the nation. So credit will come with that and nothing else. When I see that film and watch that back, okay, it's obvious that I can just go live a minute or so live, and that has now officially hit the panic button. That right there is evidence of the goal of this media machine for Kamala to actually create what I believe is a political concussion for the viewer. If they hit us in the head and that's with a lie, we will then be busy, lack depth perception, and have the inability to act and voter, particularly the Christian voter. Last week we heard what 75% of Christians are not voting in the polls because they can't bring themselves to vote for me and Trump. Here's the deal. This is causing panic right now because the only solution for political concussion is spiritual awakening, and Christians are now mobilizing to the polls because you know what's mean? The sexualization of children and the platform on the left.
I guess.
You know what's mean and noxious? The absolute murder of babies and women.
Good boy.
For 9 months. And you know what's awful and offensive? An open border that doesn't let anybody feel safe and protected in our nation.
I mean, they support no restrictions on abortion, even late-term abortion, gender-affirming care in California and Minnesota for minors without parental consent. She flat out bragged last night saying that Donald Trump will support a national abortion ban. He has said just the opposite repeatedly, that he would limit access to birth control, an absolute lie, and that he doesn't support IVF treatment, another outright lie. I mean, that was another part of her closing argument last night. And women hear that? Do they believe that?
No, I don't think they do. I think the lies are clear, and they're worried about it. I do believe that there needs to be a prayerful push of voters of faith. And this is why. The platform that you could be voting for by not voting at all actually will promote evil. And this is spiritual warfare. So it says in Scripture, be careful how you use lies online, but lies make the most of every opportunity because the days are evil. And if whoever knows the right thing to do and fails to do it, for him it is sin and it grieves God. So I'd actually go as far as saying, I'll pray and beg fellow Christians and those of faith to step into this election, not step out of it. It is our responsibility, if we have a heart, though we may be mentally, politically concussed from what we're hearing from that table of the view, thankfully we have voices like yours. We need to step forward and act.
And Christians and those that believe in the Second Amendment and others, you're right, the numbers show that a lot of millions and tens of millions aren't voting. They need to vote. There's a law on the line here. Elizabeth, always bring that. We appreciate it.
Hidden entrance?
All right, well, I won't have it.
There's nothing if not thorough. The sideouts should be dead ahead.
There's some things that work better together. Like
We can rest there.
retirement savings, or your health insurance,
Just what I needed.
but I'm over 400. So you need to focus on your financial choices. Protect your family. Buy that back now.
Thank you, Daddy.
That was us over 10 years ago.
Now, LifePath is responsible for saving over 2,000 lives from children.
The time it takes you to pick up the phone and call, another life could be saved.
Can't get much more Middle Ages than this.
22 seconds.
Gargoyles. Well,
Protecting
maybe
families
Giacomo
has
had a
always
better
been
eye for
hard.
hideouts than I
Sure you
thought.
love your family like I love my daughter. Do us all a favor and take your own life back now. Go to lifeback.net or call 877-LifeBack. Order now.
Spitting image of that picture you showed me.
She was the deciding vote for this disastrous economic agenda. They raised
It
taxes
really
on
is.
the middle class.
It perfectly matches the sketches in my great-grandfather's
He was in
diaries.
charge of his open border policies, giving welfare to the people, while Americans
I'm
struggled.
happy for you. So it really does look like an orbment.
Now
But why is it
Kamala
glowing?
double down on failure. It's time to turn the page on Joe and Kamala's failed agenda. President Trump fights for you. His strength kept us safe. Trump cut taxes for families. Prices were lower and the border secure. Now President Trump can do it
Well, that's not good.
again. And we are going to launch a new golden age of American success for the citizens of every race, religion, color, and creed. Kamala will get President Trump. Let's fix it. I'm Donald J. Trump, and I approve this message.
We at Visiting Angel want to
Cool.
welcome us into your home, no matter where that home
Nice chains on her necks.
the child doesn't qualify. And for over 25 years, it's been our pleasure providing
We're gonna have to take care of these
caregivers
guys
that
before we can make
for our
legitimate
mothers
efforts.
and fathers.
But I know that's not enough to stop you at this point, right?
We're
Time
compassionate,
to bust out your crafts,
and love
SCLMs, the works. Because here's where the real show begins.
Most men over 40 look into the mirror and see this. When they could be seeing
Put this to
this.
use.
Most men over 40 look into the mirror and see this. When they could be
seeing this. Most men over 40 look into the mirror and see this. When they could be using this. Particle 601 basically is the first of its kind anti-aging design specifically for men. Fights eye bags, dark spots, and wrinkles. Visit particlemen.com. Use the promo code on the screen to receive 25% off your entire order. Plus, we've got free shipping, 30-day money back. www.particlemen.com. Because seeing is believing. When things go sideways, will you be prepared? I want to introduce you to the Patriot Power Generator 2010. Use the energy power of the sun to power lights, TV, medical equipment, even run your fridge. And that's without gas, fumes, or noise. Go to 4patriots.com. You'll get a solar panel included free. Double the capacity, expandable for more power. This is a time. Your solar generator free at 4patriots.com.
Covers Democracy 24 like the reporters at Fox News.
Unfortunately, that is all the time we have left this evening. As always, thank you for joining us. Thank you for making this show possible. Please set your email so you never, ever miss an episode of Hannity. Release anytime, every time, all the time. FoxNews.com, Hannity.com. In the meantime, let not your heart be troubled. Very grateful. You got a great monologue. Put a smile on your face.
Bring it on.
Greg is out my shoulder pad. So in virtual campaign, Joe Biden refers to as garbage. Shocking everyone who couldn't believe Joe successfully logged on to Zoom. Arnold Schwarzenegger has endorsed Vice President. Comes as no surprise since he and Doug Emhoff share a love of impregnating the health.
Activating skill.
Excellent.
I gotta be honest, it's nice to see New York fans try to steal something besides a wallet. Not only were the two ejected
The mages of the Middle Ages left behind some damn tough guardians for us. It bugs me why they pick now of all times to start moving. Well, whatever.
I didn't know it.
You really stepped up. Takes a brave soul to fight like that against the unexpected.
You mean it? Thank you. I'm very fortunate I had you to show me the ropes.
Kamala says she hasn't done any of the things she wanted to do as president because right now she's only the vice president. She is, as one man.
Looks safe enough to me. Well, here's what you came here for.
After 3 years as a couple,
Channing Tatum and Zoe Kravitz was broken.
I finally hold a Genesis in my hands.
The reps say the split is amicable and that they both just want to spend more time with their mirrors.
I didn't know. I never.
South Korea is spending over $300 million
would happen to be
epidemic, and they're starting by bringing in an expert.
There you are.
Well, impressive football.
They almost looked ready for that one. Joe Rogan offered to interview Kamala Harris, but her team's demands were unacceptable. Namely, that he traveled to meet her. He
was waiting on the duo from Almada to make their grand entrance.
Okay, let's do a monologue, shall we?
You must be Van Hart. Sprig. And my reputation precedes me. Look, I'm not opposed to picking up some work from you types most of the time. Just as long as you don't cross the line, which you just did by firing at us.
That's too bad. We were only aiming for your limbs. We have no intention of killing the girl. Not since she seems to be connected to that device. You, however, don't have that same privilege.
You're real pros, huh? So much it makes me sick. But it also makes my job a lot easier.
Wow, what a difference a few weeks makes, huh? Because now Kamala is sounding about as joyful as an episode of Naked and Afraid featuring Rosie O'Donnell. Roll it, Mike!
We are not a vessel.
Practitioner of the Gecko school, I assume.
Dictator, this is someone who is unstable.
Even if that weapon marks you as more of a military close combat type.
Good eye. But sorry, I'm not with the Gecko school.
Unchecked power.
Anyway, you don't look like you know all that much about the device itself. But you're still gonna tell us everything you do know. And why you're after it.
Yes,
Dan,
these days the only joy Kamala is
I'm
inspiring
certainly curious too.
And it's not because she's
What
so
does a criminal organization even need this for?
This is what it looks
Just
like
following
when a
orders.
pantsuit comes apart at the
And in
seams.
orders in order. Even if it costs
From
us
the
our
outset,
lives.
Kamala was teed up as the DEI candidate, black, Asian, female, and disabled by chronic giggling. She did bring us together because nobody has ever managed to turn off such a diverse mix of motives. It's no secret, men are not buying what she's selling, even black men. She's about as popular in a black barbershop as my barbershop quartet.
You good?
What? Right, guys? Right?
I'm not worried about you.
Fast acting enhancement drugs, huh? Didn't think you guys had gone that low.
Yes, sir.
Stories about foreign mafias getting destroyed by that stuff.
Oh, thank you not to compare us to small fry like cross bells for a fox. We stand head and shoulders above.
Or brothers, as they say in Cape Cod.
Taking some of that good old whatever.
What could these other reasons be that he's talking about? Maybe the record employment increases for blacks under Trump. Maybe the fact that Kamala locked up all those black men on low-level weed charges as California prosecutor. Or could it be that black men don't like Stalin protest?
You can die too!
Well, I think culture
Do a shard shield.
is a reflection of a moment in our time.
Damn it.
And
Don't die over a piece of shit like me.
present culture is the way we express our feeling about the significance of the passage of time. Right? The significance of the passage of time. So when you think about it, there is great significance to the passage of time.
Can I get a sudden ranch with that? It's almost as if black, Asians, and Hispanics all care more about making their lives better than being reduced to a demographic category by world cultures. Another reason that the left is short on joy these days is how simply being clear about what she would do at president.
I think what the voters are struggling with, and we've heard this from the same day, is when you discuss your plans, they come back and out. Well, why don't you?
Well, I'm not president.
What?
The hollow from your sofa.
The ability then to do what I know based on my experience is a new approach. And it's about building on the good work that has happened. But there's more to do.
Will you bear the
I
nightmare?
can't speak for millions of Americans when I say stop. But I guess your answer is sort of presidential.
Since when can hollows appear like this?
in order to see what's in it.
World's full of
And
mysteries.
she also repeated
Are
her
you asking me that
favorite phrase.
question of your own free will?
We have workers who have been laid off. And those who fear that they might be laid off. The average person can't afford groceries or rent. And recent polls in Michigan show that Michigan voters can leave the Donald Trump to do a better job. And bringing jobs back. What do you think of that?
Well, let's start with this.
Man, Today's just one thing after another, huh? My life's been a living nightmare for more than a decade now. So what's a little more fire when you're already in the depths?
And here she is last night.
All right, let's do it.
250 years ago, America was born when we wrested freedom from a petty tyrant. They can't do that. Only to see us submit to the will of another petty tyrant.
Wait, yesterday Trump was ignorant, now he's being yours. You gotta get your evil dictator straight. And she ends by throwing consistency to the wind and calling for unity.
And here is my pledge to you. I pledge to seek common ground and common sense solutions to make your life better. I don't believe people who disagree with me are the enemy. He wants to put them in jail. I'll give you a seat at the table.
We're taking you down. You're gonna get fascist a seat at the table? I don't think you're better to go full on with skeleton and go on. Listen to her discuss the stakes of this while fawning over Michelle Obama.
Former First Lady Michelle Obama isn't messing around anymore. Because with women's reproductive health care and freedoms hanging in the balance next Tuesday, the stakes literally are life and death for every woman in America. It's not hyperbole, it's not an exaggeration, it's what happens next week.
Yeah, that's not hyperbole. Trump will murder all women. So the Joe Biden was later. So, before the election, the longer the nation gets exposed to her, the clearer it is. And as many traditional voters back away from her, Donald Trump rises in the polls, and all I can say is I'm starting to feel pretty joyful myself. She wants to rid the nation of polarization. New York Times bestselling author and Fox News contributor got testified. And doctors tested reflexes with a wrecking ball. New York Times bestselling author, comedian, former actor. Some of the things I said in my monologue were remarkably similar to some of the things you said on the 5 today. You know what I'm talking about? Well, pretty much plagiarized everything I said, yeah. Thanks for watching. Yeah, appreciate that. Every time she speaks, I have a mini stroke. I'm not the only one. We thought it was a bug talk because everyone's like, what is she mean? You can't. First of all, the whole garbage today calling thing, I think we're all past that. I think if there's anybody who was like, gee, I don't know who to vote for garbage, well, that just made this shit. Gosh, a bad comedian makes a joke about everybody, but we're just going to focus on the Puerto Rican part. Well, that's all it took for me. Like, I think at this point, we just need to get
Tired
this
as
vote
all
over
hell,
with.
but I don't feel any pain. Can't believe I just took down a pair of drugged-up mafiosos like they were snot-nosed kids.
They're
a monster.
selling it. This election is not close. And they're the blame but themselves. You call somebody Hitler, you normalize it.
And every time you get a mic in your hand, you hurt our feelings. That's why you're not losing this election. Nothing of substance comes out of her mouth, except for, let's start with this. But she never finished.
All she spits out is what she's programmed. She's got no sentience. The tech hasn't come far enough to give her any.
They're going to call the American people next. I mean, she started with Hitler, then you said she went to King George. Then, you know, they got the garbage thing. They're already apologizing for that. I mean, they deserve it. They
Can't imagine it was a
several
coup.
days
So that thing's called a Genesis?
Yes, or that's what my great-grandfather called it in his diaries. It's supposed to be one of eight, called collectively the Oct-Genesis.
Saying there's 8 of these? I'm gonna guess it was behind everything that happened here. Behind Mary showing up, behind me turning into that weird monster, behind spirits popping up down here too.
From wherever someone the diaries describe them as for experimental observation and nothing more.
Of course, they elected to omit the finer details. You know, when I accepted this job, I didn't think it'd be from a relative of the one and only Professor Epstein. Dead on, huh?
And they get so excited, right? But then
that thing was made half a century ago, around the time of the horrible revolution. Easy to tell by looking at it just how much precision and skill went into making it.
Looks fucking trippy, man. I'll give you that. It does look cool.
And you got that it's an ordnance capable of doing artifact level stuff. Even Epstein's 3 disciples couldn't have made something so advanced back then. Knocked them out of the running, and we're left with the father of modern tech, Claude Epstein.
I'm so sorry for hiding it from you. I'll tell you everything there is to say. It all started when...
Women shouldn't vote. The women are getting...
Let's see, we were a few minutes too late.
People on the right can attract the female vote. They don't have respect for the men.
They're from a model.
She sends
You finally
Obama
caught
to
them.
insult men.
First of all,
This is our territory. Who do you think you're talking to? This isn't a job for civilians. What happened here? I can see that you fought them, but beyond that...
I want to know food too, right? A little bit.
Yeah.
Because when I'm ordering food, I can't decide if I want sweet or I want salty. I can't, so what I'll do is I'll get like the omelet with the potatoes and I'll get the big bowl.
Yes.
You can't do that so much with a speech. The whole like, do that.
Yeah.
You can't do the they're all fascist speech. And also we'll do the unity speech. Because you're right. That was the most striking thing, right? Because I am somebody who's passionate about education and politics. But you also what do you think you did there when you said fashion?
Sure.
By the way, I'm so convinced nobody respects. No, like, so why is that not how, by the way, what do you mean by that? What is it? You ask me like that, what does that mean? And I think it's really not as to me bad.
Yeah, I mean, that's what, but I don't remember anyone asking for that question.
No.
Because I'm sure saying, like, if you're gonna try to split the waffle and the omelet, you gotta have connection. Like something like having said that. Or, speaking of tyrants, like she doesn't even do that. She just goes from he's Hitler and he's gonna eat women's face off to, although anyone who votes for is welcome at my table. And it's, you need a maple breakfast off. You need something in there. A little bit of you gotta spray a little,
Without pump full of drugs they were, it was a miracle that they never had that skin intact.
Jamie, you didn't learn about joy until you were and right? That's the way it worked out? Yeah. Same for that? Yeah.
As curious as I am about how you emerged victorious,
Isn't it weird that you don't really
I
have to
trust you were
say,
able to help
let's
your
start
client?
with this, you just say it, and then they go, oh, you started with that.
No comment. That's between
The
me
only
and you.
woman that's more
Now, I know I owe both sides here a debt, but consider them both. They might be at the bottom of the chain, but they're still in Almada. You can have one each.
Excuse me.
Who gave you the authority to?
I suppose we do owe him for neutralizing them.
Very well. We shall take them in between us.
Maybe if you're lucky enough, they'll even talk. Now come on, let's get out of here.
Oh, sure. I'd love to help you walk.
I'm good.
I totally do not appreciate where you said like you're not.
This is clearly only the beginning of something much greater. Sharpen your skills when you can, Van.
It's on a girl.
Will do, Renee. Kincaid.
It's not that she doesn't like penises. She doesn't like your penis.
I can't let him keep living like this. Why must you insist on shouldering all of the burden yourself?
Is here. And now, America votes. This election night, will they use state-of-the-art technology
That will let you experience the action unlike anywhere else.
And this historic year, more Democrats, Independents, and Republicans watch Fox News and any other news.
Damn. Guess I'm going without dinner. You even good to be out this late? I thought students had a curfew.
That's kind of you to think of me, but I received permission to be out this late beforehand. Never mind my curfew. Won't you let me see to your own? Do you have a first aid kit in the office?
I do, but...
Advil liquid gels are faster and stronger than Tylenol rapid release. Also, Commander, Advil targeted relief.
It looks like it started healing on its own.
Let's start working on contact and which part of what is your thankful reliable source of power over the next 30 insurance? Check this out. The Patriot Power Generator 2000X. And the other 4 figures. Get into the days of the military replacement. Portable solar power. And now,
I know it wasn't that bad in the first
what's
place.
even better is that this solar generator can power critical appliances like your fridge, microwave,
But it's still healing way too fast for it to be normal. Wonder if I got that orbment turning into a monster to them.
This old they were passed down from my great-grandfather to my grandmother, and then down to my my great-grandfather is the famous Professor XCOM. It was known at the time that he had an adopted daughter, but she went missing very suddenly after he passed away. By the sound of it, it helped her to shy away from the public eye. It wasn't written in the letter she left me. My father began to lose himself in his work, and more captivated by the diaries that he left behind. They weren't books for or specialist knowledge or anything. Instead, they were about who he was, what he was like, what his philosophies were. He wrote about the little things that colored his days, his bonds with his loved ones, his time spent with his disciples. I could see through every word written that he was a kind, warm-hearted man with a good sense of humor. A man I could respect a great deal. I was so happy to have his writings, so I could peer into his world, just like my mother and grandmother before me. And before I knew it, those diaries became my most treasured possessions. However, at the end of his final entry, on the very last page, I found a shocking message that said, "Recover the Arch Genesis before the year 120X, else all we know will come to an end."
Pretty ominous thing to write down.
It could have been a delusion that came to him in the winter of his years, but I began to feel that it was why his diaries had been passed down to me. And as the days wore on, my desire to do something to avert the end he foretold grew stronger and stronger. But I knew I couldn't go public with any of it. Not with my grandmother's disappearance. That led me to enroll at Armus Academy, where I met a very dependable upperclassman. Her advice took me to the Orbalnet, and that led me to you. I just never thought when I started all of this that these would be the consequences. that someone would die, that you would be put in so much danger.
Well, I managed to get one of them. Even if there are still 7 more out there, I'd always call it quits here.
I can't. Not when they're what connect me to my family. Not when I know they really exist. And not after seeing that final entry. I can't look away from all of that. Here. This 50,000 lira is everything I was able to gather for this. Please, accept it as compensation for all the help you've given me.
I thought I told you my rate.
Well, you did, but I don't feel that it accounted for that injury you sustained because of me. I intend to find the remaining 7 on my own. I don't want anyone else to get hurt because of my problems. Oh, but I'll be very careful about it. Promise.
Yeah, you heard the right
Huh?
My rate's 1,000 lira an hour, excluding other necessary expenses. I'll bump it up a little because of the danger involved. But you rolled up your sleeves more than your average client. You put yourself in danger to help me. Any more than 10,000 would be ripping you off. This is how the world of work is. Good thing you're still in school. You got a lot to learn.
Maybe, but still. I'm sorry. I just feel you've taken on a lot more than you bargained for from start to finish.
To be honest, that whole turning into a monster thing's got my interest peaked. So it wouldn't feel right to ask you for even more meal with how we're gonna keep this thing going. Unless you decide to give up altogether, I'll pitch in however I can from here on out. In exchange, you can share any info you got on the Genesis, or anything those diaries say. How's that sound?
Correct me if I'm wrong, but are you telling me that even though you know it might be dangerous, you're going to help me sell it to the other mission without taking additional compensation?
Hey, info's good compensation. I ain't taking a single minute of that. I'm gonna need you to get more used to real combat too, for your own safety. Can't have you leaving yourself wide open and all that good stuff. And I'm gonna drill it into you until you're up to snuff.
I don't know. This doesn't sound like a fair trade at all. I'm the only one benefiting here. Well, if you insist, then thank you very much. Having your support means a lot to me.
And the chef completely overcooked the steaks, right? And we still have to serve them. And he goes to the bartender.
I'll be counting on you too. All right. Now that today's done and dusted, time for my hard-earned reward.
This is a true story. So everybody's drunk. They're about to eat the steak. And then drunk uncle upstairs who was passed out. Come downstairs.
I've been waiting for my Andalusia fig and honey tart all day. I was gonna scarf it down all by myself, but you pulled your weight today. So let's go half-half.
Thank you.
Now, we missed that for, okay?
Oh, but I still want to say...
Alright? And they're just trying to get the American people...
It really does bother me just how much I benefit from this arrangement compared to you.
Everybody up with the truth. Kamala is the overcooked steak. And they realize, oh my god, the steaks are overcooked. That analogy is really...
Set that table.
And in that story, I didn't like right now, I'm still the Undertaker cooking in the background.
I think we can pull a GoFundMe from the crowd and get some steak.
I
do
think the imposters that came from MSNBC and went to the White House or did they call and tell them to start the imposter thing?
This is what cracks me up about the woke. They never use words for how
You
they're
want
supposed to
what?
be. Like to your point,
You seem
fascist.
to be so busy that I'm imagining you find the time to bring up around here. Also good secretarial work. I'm sure it's big help with paperwork and
Did you see that?
just even know it. Until it is totally
I can't. Labor law. This whole idea is crazy. What did me hiring you even get into your head?
Well, it's because you won't accept any mirror from me. I understand you have your own way of doing things, But I have my own pride to satisfy, you know.
5:30.
You'll
It's
just have
time
to
for bed.
compromise.
And outside his bedroom window is the person who took
Now,
his
let me
job
just
from
cut
you.
this tart into
Having
two
a
so we can
party.
dig in
And
and
everyone
enjoy.
all he also wanted
Don't
to
worry,
say was,
I'll
hey,
make
get
sure
off
you
my
get the bigger
lawn.
portion. And where do you keep your coffee beans? Oh, there they are.
Coffee. Hell yeah.
Who said you could make yourself at home this fast?
This is so cool game. So cool of a game.
You know, corn pop. Literally watching someone living his best life.
Oh, cool.
And he keeps forgetting and remembering and forgetting and remembering. So like it's like the worst 50 first dates movie ever. I mean, I think it's I think there's a lot of passive aggressive stuff going on. I think Biden does want to go. I feel bad for him in my marriage. I was just like that. Yeah. Is it not funny though? When Congressman first started doing Biden, it's one of the best things.
Yo.
And one of Biden just trying to pull it's almost like Biden is now doing Tom Cruise doing I think it was a great with the flight, and that was a military flight. And he was just getting very Did you see also, but he almost said, I'm from Puerto Rico. And then he was like, oh, that's right, they can Google. Yeah. It's kind of like that. It sounds bad like you'd think Puerto Rico was somewhere in Delaware, isn't it?
So I watched this video.
Cool.
On my TV this morning, and I said something out loud to the TV that might be a little bit. I said out loud. I said, "Who let him out?" Is that what the fire watch? Watching a video of when a cat walks through the camera of a Zoom call. Like, oh, like that should be there doing that.
He puts the lotion on in the morning.
If we were waiting, I didn't know what it said. I thought it before I started the commentary about it. I was like, oh, something real bad. Like what is it? You just watch it and like.
Excellent.
And then he goes, he says it. You're like, you're watching. You're like, how? It's almost as if. How did they?
It's just about perfect.
Remember, he's the leader. He's the president.
I think at the same time you were saying that, Kamala was saying the same thing. Okay, tell me what? The lines you promote. Decide the truth about the vote.
At Harbor Freight, we do business differently from the other guys. We design and test our own tools and sell them directly to you. No middleman. No folks in suits telling us to raise prices for that. Just quality tools you can trust at prices you'll love. Every aisle, every day. That's how we like to do business anyway. Do it for less.
Excellent. We'll save it right here. And we'll catch you guys on the next one, alright? Peace out. Just want to verify something. Okay. Cool. Peace.